churches don't go into the Old Testament no more. Because they say we're New Testament saints now.
Right.
Okay. We know the New Testament is a new covenant, but how can you understand the new if you don't go back to the past, which is the Old Testament? You get what I'm saying? There's a history back here. In order to understand what Christ is saying, Christ was only speaking what the prophets that was before him spoke, right? So only to understand what he was saying, or Paul, Matthew, Mark, in order to understand what they were saying, they had to go back to the books, okay? The Old Testament, to get that understanding. So you can't do away with the Old Testament.
That's right.
What's going on in these churches? You go into a daggone hotel, all they got is a New Testament in there. Because they don't want you to go back and know the history.
Right.
Through the transatlantic slave trade, look where we were scattered to. When we was on those slave ships, where were we taken to? We was taken all over the earth. Right. You and I got brothers and sisters that's all over this earth, but they have lost their identity. They over there thinking they Puerto Ricans. They over there thinking they Cubans or Dominicans. You see what I'm saying? But that's because I'm gonna show you why that happened to us. Where were we at now? Deuteronomy? Okay, go ahead. Watch this. Yes.
Isaiah chapter 65 and verse 15.
Watch this.
And ye shall leave your name for a curse.
We left our name for a curse.
Isaiah what? 65 and 15.
Isaiah 65 and 15. We left our name for a curse. We took on a curse name, not the biblical name that God gave us. And you can take pictures of these if you want, okay? Watch this. Yes, sir. Where you at?
And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen.
Unto my chosen. These are the chosen of God. I'm going to prove that to you again. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6.
Now, notice we're going back to the beginning, back in the book of Deuteronomy, right? Yeah, right. Deuteronomy 7, verse 6. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6, okay? A lot of the churches don't go into the Old Testament no more. Because they say we're New Testament saints now.
Right.
Okay? We know the New Testament is a new covenant, but how can you understand the new if you don't go back to the past, which is the Old Testament? You get what I'm saying? There's a history back here. In order to understand what Christ is saying, Christ was only speaking what the prophets that was before him spoke, right? So only to understand what he was saying, or Paul, Matthew, Mark, in order to understand what they were saying, they had to go back to the books, okay? The Old Testament, to get that understanding. So you can't do away with the Old Testament.
That's right.
What's going on in these churches? You go into a daggone hotel, all they got is a New Testament in there. Because they don't want you to go back and know the history.
Right.
They don't want you to know the history, because once they line up, it start making sense. But let me move on. Watch this. I'm gonna help you out there, Sherman. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
What made us holy? God gave us laws, statute, commandments.
Right.
Through Moses when we came out of slavery up under the Egyptians. Right. Okay. Read on.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people.
He chose us to be a special people.
Right.
God chose us. We didn't choose him. He chose us. Okay. Read on.
Unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
You hear that, brother? God chose us to be a special people unto himself, okay? Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. These people right here, what we're talking about, okay? He chose us to be that. Right. Look at us when we in sports. Look at the inventions that we invented. The cell phone, the microwave,
bring it out,
the refrigerator, the cotton gin. We could go on as a whole book that lists all the inventions that our people invented.
Well, I mean, we invented that, but the white man, he took the credit.
That's exactly right. He took the credit for it. Exactly.
Right. Yeah. Electric lights and everything.
Exactly. The black man created the element that makes the light.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But again, like you said, the white man took it all. Okay. You'd be surprised, a whole book on black inventors. Okay. black inventors, and you see everything, just about almost everything in your household that we use today was invented by black men or black women, colored people. But really, they're Israelites. They're the children of Israel. They're the chosen people of God. Okay, read on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
See, so if God gave us laws, statutes, commandments that made us a special people, he chose us. He said, we did not hearken. That's Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. We did not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. To what?
To observe to do.
To observe to do. Not just say, but to observe to do.
All his commandments.
All his commandments. You know, it didn't say some of them. You didn't pick and choose.
Right.
Okay. You had to do all his commandments. Read on.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day.
So God gave us commandments. He gave us laws, statutes, commandments to govern us as a nation of people.
Right.
Okay. Read on.
That all these curses shall come upon you and overtake thee.
So if we didn't obey to observe and to do all these commandments that God, these laws, statutes, commandments that God gave us, that these curses was going to come upon us. Let me show you some of the curses that came upon these people. You tell me who these people is. Give me 28 and 37.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword.
Wait a minute. Thou shalt become an astonishment. In other words, you was going to become an amazement.
Right.
No matter what you do, they're amazed at you. You're going to become an astonishment. A proverb, calling you outside of who you are. Again, calling you a nigger, calling you an African American, calling you a black or colored, calling you everything but a child of God.
Right.
A byword and a proverb. Okay. Read on.
Among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
Among all nations, whether the Lord will lead us, because God punished us. He sent us into slavery because of our disobedience and not keeping his laws, statutes, commandments that Moses gave us. Well, you say, well, that could be in, but let me show you. Number 32, watch this.
Verse 32, thy sons and thy daughters.
Your sons and your daughters, what?
Shall be given unto another people.
This is in the Bible. We're not making this up. He said, your sons and your daughters shall be given unto another people.
Right.
Did that happen to the Chinese man? Did that happen to the white man? What people did that happen to? Well, their sons and daughters were given unto another people.
Right.
It's talking about us, my brother.
That's right.
It's talking about us. Why they not teaching this in the churches? Why they not teaching this in black history? Because they don't want you to know this about the Bible.
Bring it out. Right.
And let me clear this up. King James is not no white man.
That's
okay?
right.
King James is not no white man. He ain't no homosexual either.
Right.
Okay, or a sodomite is what they call him. Okay? Because if that was the case, why would that law be in there that man should not lay with mankind as he do with womankind?
That's right.
That's a law against, that's a law that God set for all mankind.
Right.
Man ain't supposed to be laying with man, and women ain't supposed to be with women. That's a law that God gave the children of Israel.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But let me continue on. Read verse, let's do 48. Watch this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Did he say you was gonna serve your friends? He said you was gonna serve your enemies.
Right.
A lot of people think these other nations love you. You think they're your friends. They are your enemies. And
That's
there's a number one enemy that's against the black man.
Right.
Y'all know who it is. It's always been down through history, hasn't it? It's so bad that they will kill and shoot their very own.
Right.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say the name, but y'all know what I'm talking about. It just happened here recently.
Right.
They will assassinate and kill their very own. Okay. Who is your enemy? Let's read on. I'm gonna let you know. Read on.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
See, because of our disobedience to God, God sent the enemies after us.
Right.
God sent them to put. I'm gonna read it. So you know I ain't making it up. Read on.
In hunger and in thirst.
If you want food, you gotta go on that food line. Do you own that food line? Who you think own that food line? Your enemy own that food line.
That's right.
You don't own it.
Right.
He owned this parking lot. He owned, Read on.
and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
You want a driver license? You want insurance? You want a birth certificate? A death certificate? You're going to have to go to your enemy in want of all things.
Right.
Do the black man own that Family Dollar? Do the black man own the refuel store there? He said you're going to have to go to your enemy in want of all things.
Right.
Who is your enemy? You know who your enemy is? Who you got to go through in want of all things? If you want your water to stay on, who you got to go to pay your water bill? Who you got to go to pay your light bill? You don't know? Watch this. Read on.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And your enemy, it says, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. What people? Did we put yokes of iron upon our own people's neck? How do I look putting a yoke of iron? You my brother. You got the same blood running in your veins as I have in mine. We come from the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. This is a whole family of God right here that God chosen from the very beginning. From Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay? How would I look putting yoke? What is yokes of iron on their neck? Who did that to our people? Who put yokes of iron on our people's neck and made them work out in the cotton field?
Right, man.
Huh?
Right, man.
There it is. You heard it, right? So who was your enemy? The white man.
That's right.
The white man. Who was the ones killing and murdering, or at least making it, setting it up to kill and murder our own people? Like, there you go. That's your enemies, brother.
That's right.
That's your enemies. See, but if you don't know that, they'll walk around you and you never even know that that's your enemy.
What?
They the ones put yokes of iron on your neck. But you ain't got yokes of iron on your neck now, so you think they're your friends? Huh? Yeah. Nah, they ain't. I'm gonna show you why you ain't got yokes of iron on your neck. Watch this. Where you at? Read 48. Watch this, brother. Sherman, it's heavy, ain't it?
Oh, yeah.
But this is in the Bible, man. This is what, man, I'll tell you, boy, if a dog walk by here right now, I don't mean to hurt, but I can kick the dog just as a figure of speech.
Bring it out,
I can kick the dog. It bothers me so bad because these things are written in the Bible, and these preachers and all these politicians are never teaching our people the truth. Okay? And he shall put yokes of iron upon thy neck and what?
Until he have destroyed thee.
Until he have destroyed us. My brother, do your research, okay, young man?
What's it right there? What's it?
That's Deuteronomy 28 and verse 48. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 38. Y'all have a good night, sir. Thank you. All right. Deuteronomy 28, 48. Started from the top again. Read it.
Yes, sir. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore,
Okay, let me break this off to you. I'm going to let you go.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
Okay.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
Go to 68.
Verse 68.
Watch this.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
The Lord shall bring thee, the children of Israel, unto Egypt. What was we at in Egypt the first time? We was in slavery, right? We was in bondage. But God said He's gonna bring us into Egypt again, meaning a second time. When did that happen to us? When we went into slavery again. It was the transatlantic slave trade. That's when we went into slavery again.
Right.
This is written in the Bible, brother, in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28. I'm glad you writing it down. When you go back and read, you're gonna see. Now, before you go, let me ask you this. How many gates is it into the kingdom of heaven? I know you got to go. This is the last question I want to pose to you to prove to you what I was talking about. How many gates is it to the kingdom of heaven? And it's okay if you're wrong, because I was wrong too.
How many gates?
Yes. Okay. I used to think it was one big pearly gate. Everybody gonna go through that one big pearly gate, right? That's what I was taught. That's what I saw in cartoons, and that's the imagery that they put in our heads through the television. Tell a lie to your vision. It's so much, man. Our people have been destroyed for the lack of knowledge. But you learning today that, my brother Sherman, you are the chosen people. You are part of the chosen people. You are Israelite that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
Okay. If they want to ask you what your race is, you're Israelite.
That's right.
You're from the children of Israel, okay? And I'm gonna prove that to you. How many gates into the kingdom of heaven? Watch this. I'm gonna go to the book of Revelation. Read that.
Revelations chapter 20 and 21 and verse 12. And had a wall great and high.
Now, this is the Revelation 21 and 12. It says that it had a wall great and high, okay? Read on.
And had 12 gates.
Wait a minute.
Revelation 28 and 12.
Revelation chapter
21.
21, verse 12. It had a wall great and high. How many?
And had 12 gates.
It had how many gates? 12 gates. Who was those 12 gates for? Read on.
And at the gates, 12 angels.
12 angels there, guarding those gates. Read on.
And names written thereon.
There's names written on those gates, which are what?
Which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
Now that's in the book of Revelation. That's next to the last book in the Bible. Revelation 22 is the last book of the Bible where it says Jesus is coming soon. Okay? But we're reading out the book of Revelation chapter 21. Man, I ain't never heard them read that in church.
Right.
It's 12 gates for the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. What about the other nations? What's going to happen to them? In the kingdom of heaven. When Christ comes to establish the kingdom of heaven right here on earth.
That's right.
Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. It's going to be right here on earth, same way as it is in heaven, right? So when the kingdom of heaven comes, there's going to be 12 gates. And those 12 gates, and you pointed out, are the 12 for the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
Right.
But what about all the other nations? What's going to happen to them? In Isaiah 14, what's going to happen to them, you think? Okay, right, Isaiah chapter 14 now. You're going to go back and read it. I'm going to let you go after this. Isaiah 14. I appreciate you, my brother Sherman. Read that, Isaiah 14.
Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob.
Isaiah 14 and 1. And you can read on down. And the Lord will what?
Have mercy on Jacob.
The Lord's going to have mercy on the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right. Jacob had 12 sons. These make up the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Right. So we are the sons of Jacob, okay? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He's going to have mercy on Jacob and what?
And will yet choose Israel.
Who he say he was going to choose? Israel.
Right.
He didn't say the white man, the Arab man, the German man, the Russian man.
Take it out.
He didn't say the African man. He said yet choose Israel.
Where you from?
But if you don't know that's you're going to keep going to church, singing them same old songs, clapping your hands, go out there just as worse as you did when you came in there and don't know nothing. You see what I'm saying? These preachers lying and taking your money, wearing their suits and flying in their nice jets, building, not even caring about the people, what they're going through. You get what I'm saying? It's time for us to come out of these churches. Because they lying, they destroying our people. They only working for this system, okay? But God said he would yet choose Israel, read on.
And set them in their own land.
And set them in their own land. We're not in our own land right now.
Right.
We've been scattered into all the other lands in the earth. But we got to go back to our own land, which is Israel.
Right.
There's people in our land now occupying our land that aren't supposed to be there. They imposters.
Right.
They are the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
They are liars. Okay. Read on.
And the strangers.
And the strangers, they are strangers.
Right.
Okay? To God, they are strangers. They're not the chosen people of God. Read on.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
Okay, they're going to join with us, but watch how they're going to be joined with us. Read on.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
They're going to cleave to the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, the sons of Jacob. Read on.
And the people shall take them.
And the people, the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, shall take them, just like they took us.
Right.
We're going to take them.
Right.
Yes, read on. That's what thus says the Lord say. We're going to take them.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is